Hello, and welcome to the 2018 Booknest Fantasy Awards. I'm your host, Michael McClendon, and I'm so excited to announce our award winners here today. Our 4 award winners will be receiving some lovely engraved weapons, and we're so excited to send those out. You'll be seeing the pictures of those awards here as we proceed through the show. So I'm going to basically give a summation of what the award is and what it's for and what that means, and then we'll proceed with telling you who won that fan-voted award here on Booknest.eu. Our first award goes to the Best Imprint. The Best Imprint. Well, why do we celebrate an imprint? Well, an imprint is a collection of editors and publishers at a smaller part of a larger publisher, and that imprint celebrates probably a certain type of fantasy literature. They pick their authors, and they pick who to publish, and they pick what kind of books they're looking for and what represents them as an imprint. And you really kind of, as a fantasy reader, you get to know these imprints and what they represent and who they represent and the kind of books they publish. And so we're so excited to hand out this award that published some wonderful, wonderful books this year especially. So the Booknest Fantasy Award for Best Imprint goes to Harper Voyager from HarperCollins. Harper Voyager published some really lovely books this year. They published the Sandman Slim series by Richard Cadre. They published a Booknest Award nominee, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. And they also published the very popular A Sea of Rust by C. Robert Cargill. And the list just goes on and on and on. Go check out Harper Voyager for some lovely fantasy literature. And we're so excited to award them this Booknest Fantasy Award for Best Imprint here today. Our next award goes to the Best Debut Fantasy Novel here of 2018 as voted by the Booknest.eu readers and viewers. Why do we celebrate the best debut? Well, because we've all read these stories of authors, how they toil and struggle, and they write novels that no one sees. And then finally, through queries and submissions and meetups at conventions and so forth and so on, they eventually find a way to get that novel in the hands of a publisher, and that publisher says, yes, let's publish this book. And there's a long process involved with editing. And eventually, after many, many years of hard work, this book finally gets its hands into your hands, into our hands, here as reviewers. And we're so excited to celebrate what that means to an author and what it means to the audience that discovers a new author. It's so magical. And our winner for the Best Debut of the 2018 Booknest Fantasy Award goes to The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. So congratulations. We're so excited to award that award to The City of Brass here. And congratulations on winning the Best Debut 2018 Booknest Fantasy Award. Our next award goes to the Best Self-Published Fantasy Novel of 2018 as voted by the Booknest.eu readers and viewers. Why do we celebrate self-published? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Here on Booknest.eu, we participate in the Self-Published Fantasy Blog Office, started and hosted by Mark Lawrence, our wonderful author. And we love to participate in that, and we love to celebrate new authors and sharing their works directly with you. They're not going that traditionally published route, but they're trying to find an audience. They're trying to get their book to you. And I think it's such a magical thing. There's so many great authors that we as reviewers and you as readers have experienced in this way. And I think we understand that self-published is not an indicator of quality. There's so many great authors out there choosing to go this way. And so the best self-published fantasy novel of 2018, as voted on by you, the Booknest.eu readers and viewers, without further ado, goes to, happy birthday, Dirk Ashton. You won the award here for the best self-published fantasy novel for your book, Wrath of Gods, which is Paternus Book 2, sequel to Paternus Book 1, Rise of Gods. So, hey, maybe go check out that as well. But congratulations, Dirk, and happy birthday. And we're so excited to present you this engraved weapon here today. The final award we're handing out today is the best traditionally published novel. And what does that mean? Well, it's the best traditionally published novel. I think it's pretty clear. And we talked about the best debut. We talked about self-published. We talked about the best imprint. And so this is an author that's navigated and chosen to go the traditionally published route and they found their audience with that traditionally published route, and they've garnered that fan base. And I think it's just amazing. All the wonderful fantasy books that we have today on the shelf, whether traditionally published or self-published, fantasy is a thriving genre. And so we love to celebrate that best traditionally published novel alongside that best self-published novel. And so who are we going to give this award to? Well, I tell you, this is a book what I just read the first one. And it struck me about this book that it is so full of heart and so full of fun and joy. And I think in so many ways, this series just represents a lot of the great things that fantasy literature offers. It offers escapism, but it also offers real human stories that just get us right there in the heart. Our editor, Petros, had this to say about our award winner today. He said, "It's one of those books that make you want to go back and lower every single rating you've ever given, simply so it will stand above everything else." And I think if you're the award winner, you may have already recognized that quote there, but this award, of course, goes to Nicholas Eames' Bloody Rose, book 2 in the Banned series. So we're happy to present that award to you today, Nick. And all these awards will be being engraved and be coming out to all our award winners shortly. But congratulations, Nicholas Eames, for the best traditionally published novel there in Bloody Rose. And congratulations to all our winners. And keep hanging around, keep coming to Booknest, checking out other fantasy books that come out the rest of the year and throughout next year. And we'll see you again for more awards next year. Thanks, guys.